تبعا لحصول المترشح السيد قيس سعيد على الأغلبية المطلقة للأصوات المصرح بها، تصرح الهيئة العليا المستقلة للانتخابات بفوزه نهائياً في الانتخابات الرئاسية لسنة 2024.
The end of the appeal period of the presidential elections, President of the Independent High Authority for Elections, Farouk Bouasker, announced on Friday, October 11th, that the presidential candidate Qais Said has won a new presidential term in the first round, showing a wide lead over his two rivals, former MP and businessman Aishi Zamel and the People's Movement Secretary General Zuhair Maghzawi, by securing 90.69% of votes compared to 7.35% for Zamel and 1.97% for Maghzawi.
عملاً بمقتضيات الفصل 148 من القانون الانتخابي، فسيتم نشر قرار النتائج النهائية للانتخابات الرئاسية بالرائد الرسمي للجمهورية التونسية، وإرسال نسخة منه إلى كل من السيد رئيس مجلس نواب الشعب والسيد رئيس المجلس الوطني للجهات والأقاليم لترتيب أداء رئيس الجمهورية المنتخب اليمين الدستورية أمام المجلسين مجتمعين عملاً بالفصل 92 من الدستور.
Bouasker added that no appeal was filed with the Tunis Court of Appeal by the definitively selected candidates. Qais Said, the 7th President of the Republic, won the 2024 presidential elections to begin a new 5-year presidential term in the first round. Born on February 22, 1958, in Tunis, the re-elected president is married and is a father of 3. Qais Said stood in the 2019 presidential election as an independent and won the runoff with 72.71% of votes. He took office as President of the Republic on October 23, 2019. His term of office was notably characterized by the measures taken on July 25, 2021, including the dissolution of the parliament elected in the 2019 legislative elections and the adoption of a new constitution in the referendum of July 25, 2022. A new parliament was elected in December 2022, and elected local and regional councils were established between 2023 and 2024. Said holds a degree in international law from the Tunis Faculty of Law and Political Sciences, a degree from the International Academy for Constitutional Law, and a degree from the International Institute of Humanitarian Law, San Remo, Italy. He kicked off his career as a professor at the Faculty of Law, Economics and Political Sciences of SUS before joining the Faculty of Legal, Political and Social Sciences of Tunis in 1999. He is also a member of the Scientific Council of the International Academy for Constitutional Law and of its Board of Directors since 1997. He was also president of the Tunisian Center of Constitutional Law for Democracy, founded in 2011. Presidential candidate Qais Said and his spouse cast their votes on Sunday morning in the polling center in Nasser 1 Primary School in Ariana. Presidential candidate Zuhair Maghzawi cast his vote on Sunday afternoon in the polling center Nahj al-Ward Primary School in La Marsa. The election law forbids any propaganda activity on silent and voting days. At 8 o'clock in the morning, Tunisian voters head on Sunday to the polling stations to elect a new president. Polling stations open their doors to receive about 10 million registered in the electoral list and close at 6 in the evening with no exception.
هذا واجب علينا الكل اللي يحب يبني بلاده يزمو يساهم.
فطرنا الصباح جينا أدينا الواجب وربي إن شاء الله يصلح الحال وتعتدل تونس وتتجد فهمتنا وكذا والحمد لله.
According to the Independent High Authority for Elections, 42 agents and presidents of polling centers had been mobilized for the voting day. 16,000 accreditations have been granted to observers, local and foreign journalists, guests, representatives of the 3 candidates, and members of civil society following the easy statement.
Nous avons fait quelques tours dans les bureaux de vote et nous avons constaté quand même une assez bonne organisation. Les consignes sont bien respectées par les membres des bureaux de vote.
The polling centers witnessed strong security measures as well. The overall voter turnout in the presidential election reached 28.8% as 2,800,008 and 548 Tunisians went out to vote out of a total of 9,753 and 217 registered. President of the Independent High Authority for Elections, EZ, Farouk Bouasker stated, all polling centers and stations across the country opened on the polling day without any delay, with no lack of equipment or absence of staff, according to the President of the Independent High Authority for Elections, Farouk Bouasker, on Sunday at a press briefing, pointing out to pay attention to information and social media posts on the ongoing electoral process, which, as he mentioned, are aimed to influence voting decisions. More than 9.5 million Tunisian voters registered on electoral lists at home and abroad to elect for the third time since 2011 a President of the Republic in 7,900 polling stations deployed on 5,017 centers. In addition to polling centers in 11 countries voting for the first time abroad and the establishment of several tents in outback regions. In order to be elected as the President of the Republic for the next 5 years, a candidate must get an absolute majority of votes to be elected in the first round. Otherwise, the two candidates with the most votes will race in the second round. On 3rd of last September, the Independent Higher Authority for Election validated 3 candidates. First is Aishi Zammel, a former member of parliament and the leader of Azimoun party. Second is Zuhair Maghzawi, former Secretary General of People's Movement. And third is Qais Said, the 7th President of the Republic of Tunisia, who is running for a second term. Throughout 3 days, the ballot abroad took place in 59 countries in Arab and European countries and the rest of the world. The voters emphasized the importance of accomplishing their national duty and of participating in this electoral process.
واجب وطني ولازمنا التوانسة الكل نجيو ونأيدوا تونس. هذايا عرس وطني يتسمى ومصلحة بلادنا والكلنا يلزمنا نقفوا لمصلحة بلادنا.
يجي ينتخب الإنسان اللي راه مناسب للمرحلة القادمة. إن شاء الله فما كان الخير وإن شاء الله تونس غدوة خير.
According to EZ, the electoral process went smoothly, especially with the use of modern technology that facilitated voting and made it more accessible for Tunisian citizens.
سير العملية كان بسلاسة، طور ناجح، خدمنا تلقينا الصباح، لوجيستيكمون ناجح 100%. سافا الانتخابات قاعدة تصير في المنوال اللي معهود عليها.
The voters hope to establish a new phase flourishing with political and economical stability. As part of its efforts to bring polling stations closer to voters in the best conditions, the EZ established the free voting abroad that gives Tunisian voters living abroad the ability to vote freely at any polling station of their choice upon the presentation of their national identity card or passport, and this measure will also apply to non-resident Tunisians who are abroad on polling days.
اللي لاحظناه هو الانتخابات في الخارج حتى في المسارات الانتخابية السابقة كل النسب في الواقع هي ضعيفة دائما تقريبا لم تتجاوز في اقصى الحالات 12%. هذاك علاش حتى الكلفه نتاع الناخب راهي برشا. احنا يلزمنا نخموا في طرق اخرى تجرى في 5 قارات.
More than 55% of voters abroad had voted online, according to President of the Independent High Authority for Elections, Farouk Bouasker. He specified that this measure, the first of its kind since the creation of the authority, had led to positive results. More than 121,000 is the number of people with special needs registered in the electoral roll, which is a concerning finding according to the IPSAR Association, as at least 400,000 people with disabilities who are of voting age are deprived of information related to the presidential elections. A white operation was organized, aptly initiated by EZ, aimed at simplifying the voting procedures for people with disabilities. This operation involved the participation of representatives from the National Union of the Blind of Tunisia and the Tunisian Organization for the Defense of the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. This meeting shed stark light on the treatment of these individuals during the electoral campaign, a topic that the IPSAR Association has thoroughly examined. It should be noted that the state protects people with disabilities against all forms of discrimination according to Article 54 of the Tunisian Constitution and takes all measures necessary to ensure their full integration within society and their right to vote.